Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void. Today, gonna be a Serral versus Clem game from TSL 9. Gonna be a Patreon cast as well here on Data C. Top right, it's our Zerg player Serral. Bottom left, it is our purple Terran. It is Clem. Cute polar bear spinning logo as always. Terry the Overlord is scouting out. And yeah, this is going to be an excellent game. Serral is higher ranked than Clem in a Ligulac, but Clem has a lot of practice against Serral and Raynor on the European ladder. So he knows Serral's tendencies. Serral also knows Clem's tendencies very, very well. And this should be an excellent ZVT. Yeah, should be excellent. Very excited to see what we're going to get here. It's going to be a 16, 18, 17 opening here from Serral. He used to do nothing but 16, 18, 17, and then Terrans were like, oh, we can just go command center first on you if you're going to do that every time. So he does mix in pool first openings every once in a while, but not today, not this time. Clem on the other side is going to use this SCV to probably worker scout and make sure that it's not a pool first play. But other than that, pretty darn standard opening here. So yeah, these overlords are checking for proxies, as they always do. And quick plug for the Falcon Paladin Patreon page. Those of you who are watching this the week of November the 12th, thank you so much for supporting me at patreon.com/FalconPaladin for as little as $1 a month. That does give you access to unlock posts live on there. Well, not live, but it's a VOD on there, ad-free, 1 month before anybody else sees it on YouTube. So if you want to get a jump on one StarCraft 2 cast a week over everybody else who is not a patron, go check it out at patreon.com/FalconPaladin. Excellent. And thanks to everybody who is continuing to support me out there. I love you all. You're the best. And we're going to get a Reaper out. So this Reaper's name is Team Liquid Map Contest Finalist. He toiled day and night to help the Dominion's best terraformers create friendly resource environments for their bases. When he was done, Menks rewarded him in the traditional style, with the combat hard suit sealed and locked. From the gods above, who moved the pieces around the board, he would always hear, "This looks like a map I could play for 20 minutes. Alright, so Reaper shows up, Team Liquid Map Contest finalists, which, by the way, if you haven't heard, member, well, patron of mine, Hyper One, and he's a subscriber to the channel, he's in the Discord server, he submitted 2 maps to Team Liquid Map Contest 17 and got both of them selected as part of the top 5, which it doesn't guarantee they're going to be part of the map pool later on, but they are being looked at by official Blizzard people and determining what will work on the ladder, what things need to be tweaked, and then they very easily could be part of the map pool. Lazarus Wastes is one of them. I cast a map, or a game on that map just, well, it's going to be earlier this week if you're a patron of mine, but last month if you're not. So check it out. It's on Lazarus Wastes. It's a new map. It's got Gumio versus Solar. It's a really good TVZ. And you're a TVZ fan because you're here today, right? Right. Anyway, is anything crazy happening in this game at all that we need to make a note of? Because you guys know how this works. Third CC, sub 3-minute timing from Clem. Neat starport on the way from him too. Which is hard for the Zerg player to scout at all. Like, I mean, I guess you could try to get an Overlord in, but you're always worried about Marines just murdering. Ah, tough. It's a tough life for Zerg sometimes, except, you know, they keep winning Premier Tournaments, so you can't really feel too bad for them. There are just certain things that are hard for them to do, and there's certain things that are hard for Terran and Protoss to do, too. Like deal with stupid Ling run-bys. Annoying. Lings are so fast. Who said they could be fast, honestly? Third base, here for Serral. Queens defending. Queens, Lings, and Banes. Part of your opening defense here. Dealing with early attacks from your enemy Terran player. I had somebody on the ladder tell me that I was bad because I only had Lings, Banes, and Queens for his first attacks, and then just went right into Ultras, and he was like, bah, who only makes Lings, Banes, and Queens? And I was like, I don't know, Serral does? I don't know what to tell you, man. And yes, Serral's probably going to tech into Roaches or Hydras before he goes into Ultras, if he's going to do it at all. Ultras are just so far down the tech path, and they're so expensive. It's hard at his level just to go Ling, Bane, Queen directly into Ultralisk. It takes too long. You don't have quite enough beef in your army. No Hydras, no Lurkers, no Roaches, no Ravagers at all, right? So it's probably going to be Hydras. That's usually what it's been in this matchup. But yeah, Ultralisks are kind of falling out of fashion because Ghosts are so good. But at my level of laddering, which is like Diamond, you don't see a lot of Ghosts. And if you do, you're very impressed. And that person's probably getting promoted to Masters or GM at some point, right? Anyway. Creeps spreading, looking hot. Probably a fourth base up here, around 5 to 6 minutes or so on the clock here. There's a Liberator running around, doesn't have any kills. The Queens are defending that most ably. Lair on the way, Baneling Nest coming in, and this is what I'm talking about. His army currently consists of nothing but Lings and Queens. 8 Queens, 16 Zerglings, not over making Lings, not making 50 of them to defend against this annoying Hellion stuff. Queens can handle it. Liberator does end up getting a kill. Loses like more than half of its HP throughout this entire thing, though. Queen's off creep a little bit. Ugh, pull that one back. These guys fight. There we go. And the creep continuing to spread here. Holding, protecting these 4 brand new creep tumors as a third base lands from Clem. All right. So, yeah, 4 bases happening here from Serral. About 5:30. That one got started as predicted. Cervical hooks getting researched. And so far, Serral really hasn't taken much damage at all, which does not bode well for our guy Clem. He needs an attack soon, and it really can't just be Hellions. It's got to be a Hellbat, perhaps, thing. Is there, in fact, an armory? No. Is there an armory on the way? Also, no. So, whatever. I mean, this is... I don't know. It's just gonna... Can't just kind of bypass that attack time. He sort of is, though. I don't know. We've got 7 minutes, right? Yeah, I mean, look, the attack can come anywhere between 5 to 7.5 minutes or so, but if you just give Serral 8 minutes of droning up and not having to worry about anything but Hellions, he's probably going to beat you. I mean, it's not to cast or curse this or anything, but seriously, if he is already up to 77 workers and 4 bases. You got to really do something soon, and here we go. Here comes the drop, well, or the attack at the front door. Cervical hooks finishing up is going to be part of the defense here, which is huge for Serral. You definitely want that. Creep tumors getting sniped a little bit, but there are so many tumors and so many queens running around that it's, you know, it's just continuing to push out here. All right, Reaper up. Ooh, Team Liquid map contest finalist ends up part of this battle. Usually means he's going to die to Banelings, usually in part of the... Yeah, he's dead. All right, so no, they bypass him entirely because he's not a threat. Oh, then the Queens kill him. The Hellbats die. The Baneling speed came in much handy there. That was hilarious. He's standing there firing, pow, pow. And then Lings and Banes are like, we don't care about you. You're not worth it. And then the Queens killed him. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. Oh, that's really funny. Drilling Claws on the way. Love me a good Drilling Claws upgrade. Every Terran player does. That attack was rebuffed, and Clem's in a world of hurt right now. 5th base coming up from Serral. He's not quite going for hive timing yet, but it can't be too far away. There's the Infestation Pit. We've got some Overseers, too, because Widow Mines are always a threat. And with an elite Terran player on the other side, another drop. Cruising down the bottom side here, getting scouted by a Ling that Serral sent down for that express purpose. Plus, the creep is all the way down here, and Clem's like, I was gonna drop, but, yo, this is not looking good. I gotta clear this creep first. All right, that'll make future drops more better. Oh, he wasn't paying attention to that. Okay, so Clem, combination of having killed 1 drone today in the first 8.5 minutes, and that drop getting absolutely obliterated for, not for free because those Banelings died. Yo. Yeah, I don't know. It's not looking good for Clem. He needs some killer Widowmine hits. That was a decent one. I killed 3 Zerglings. All right, all right. Clem, his macro's insane, and his ability to micro on the front lines insanely well and macro like a beast behind it is part of what makes Clem so freaking scary. But, man, gosh, Income tab says, whoop, Serral. Serral upgrade happening right now. Upgrades across the board. We got a hive on the way. Got vehicle weapons. We have infantry weapons coming in here from Clem. This may be one of the more one-sided ZVTs that I've cast between 2 elite players in a long time. Clem is just not having the greatest day. Hydras are trying to pick off these medevacs, but they're a little slow compared to the medevacs with their boost ability. Lings, think about dropping in there. Nope, that's a planetary. Those are Marines and Marauders. An army stationed at a planetary is tough to deal with. Is that another drop attempt? What was? Yeah, they tried to drop and kill this base, which is generally a place that Terrans like to attack on this map against Zergs. have been quite a few games that I've cast here where there are just battle cruisers showing up here and Marines dropping here and tanks down here, and this base is just constantly under fire. But today, Serral is swarming. He's feeling great. He's sub 10 minutes and he's maxed out. Sub 10 minutes, maxed out with 89 workers. Good grief. Banelings getting as many SCVs kills as possible, which is 10. Okay, could have been worse. Could have been worse. Also, I think the planetary would die to this, but Serral decides to head all the way up here instead. All right. It's cool. Yeah, I mean, look, I do try to pick games that are a little bit longer so they're not crazy one-sided, but this one is not... I mean, did I mention the Ghost Academy? It's not particularly going well for Clem here, but he is getting ghosts now, and there's a lurker down on the way. Adrenal glands coming in. Ultralisks just aren't on the menu here for Serral because he's not dumb. Ultras are bad. They could really... I don't know. Do you buff them? It's just like they're so good if the Terran doesn't have ghosts. But if the Terran does have ghosts, then the Ultras are bad. So you have to deal with the Ghost Ultra interaction a little bit somehow. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's Dead Liberator. Nope, manages to escape with, you know, all of 38 HP. Almost as much as, like, an SCV. Actually, hold on. They have 45. Yeah, almost as much as an SCV. Tank down. Okay, free tank. Also, delaying construction on this command center a little bit thanks to friendly fire tank. Well, not delaying it at all. Ah, here we go. Maybe connecting here. You want to kill that tank and then back it out. Ooh, 2 tanks get sniped, and then it's a back out here from Serral. This is Clem barely holding on. Ah, there's creep spread down here, so this base can't land quite yet, but the creep will recede quite quickly because it spreads quickly, it dies, and recedes quickly, which is a nice thing Terrans and Zerg players appreciate. This is a Nidus. Let's see how long it takes Clem to figure this out.
Mineral field.
Now, actually. So, yeah. Well, he's defending over here. While, oh, he's not even looking at the Nidus worm. He just kills it. He just kills it with a siege tank and a couple Marines. Didn't put the camera over here at all. What a boss. There's still an Overseer back here for more Nidus shenanigans, though. Ugh. So, yeah. I mean, look. It really seems like Maru is your great Terran hope, Terran fans, isn't it? It's like if Terran's involved and it's Maru, sure. Probably going to go pretty well for you. If Terran's involved and it's not Maru, it's like, ugh. I don't know. Although, you know, if you're not going against Dark Rogue Serral or Raynor, then yeah, your Terran could do okay. But against the elite four infestors of Parasitic Bomb is up. Yeah. All right. So this is just Serral being like, don't really have to be super cost efficient with these Banelings because all I want to do is kill his planetary. And he does, and kills 12 SCVs in the process, and retreats. Gets on out of there. Serral's got another base up this top side. I don't even know what base count that is. This Nidus actually came up. And he unloads some Lings and tries to save the Nidus, and he does! He saves the Nidus worm. So now maybe he can unload some Lurkers out of it? No, there's nothing in it. Okay, that was... Ooh, another tank died. So Nidus worm dead. Like, I just cast a Gumio versus Solar game that came up again a few days ago. If you're watching this on Patreon, and if you're watching this on YouTube, it was a month ago, but Gumio versus Solar on one of the new Team Liquid map contest maps, which I think I talked about earlier, Lazarus Wastes. And yeah, that was, you know, it wasn't Maru, but also it wasn't one of the 4 Zergs, and so it was a great game, and I'm not going to tell you who won, but Blinding Cloud causing problems for Clem. This is really just that planetary has to cancel its upgrade and get out of there, and 6 more SCVs die, and Serral's just swarming here. That's what he's doing, and as I say, more often than not, the player that's on the back foot loses the game like 80% of the time. Nidus worm coming up inside the minimum attack range of the siege tank. Unsiege! This Marine's like, I know what's up. The tank's like, what? The tank is not paying attention. All right, cool. So that's bad. Tank dead. We're not paying attention. Marine dead. He was just trying to do his job. And it's really not that many Lings, honestly. I thought there'd be more than that, but I guess most of them are over here. Yeah, what's fun about as another swarm comes in, Banelings connecting parasitic bombs, really one of your best forms of anti-air here. And then the Baneling bust on the planetary. No big deal. Bam. 10 more SCVs die. This is just death by 1,000 paper cuts. Although those ghosts die. GG! And Serral is your winner. As was fairly obvious through the first 8 minutes of this game, Clem was not able to get any damage done. He killed 1 drone today. 0 hatcheries died. Really 0 damage at who is still in this game. 0 damage to any of these hatcheries, even. I can't remember a single time even Hellions got damage off on a hatchery. That's how annoying this is for Clem and for Terrans. Like, man alive. I don't even know. I don't know what to tell you about that one. So, yeah, GG. G. Well played there by Serral. Just top of his game level Serral there. Rebuffed every attack that Clem attempted to try to get in on him. Dealt with drops very easy. The creep spread was so thorough that Clem couldn't get any drops later on the game either. And then Clem was defending so much that he just died. So, yeah, like I'm saying, if you skipped that Gumio versus Solar game because you were like, none of these are not top 5 Oligilag players. Well, I think Solar's top 10. But anyway, the point is, it was great. There was tons of back and forth. There were Gumio was defending a lot. Solar was defending a lot. It was hard to tell who was going to win that thing. It's like a 30-minute game, too. So check it out. Check out Gumio versus Solar. If this one felt a little bit rough to you, as a Terran fan especially, and if you're a Zerg player who's like, Serral wasn't even challenged, that wasn't fun to watch, well, check out that one. Check it out. So, end of the day, I mean, it's a 22,000 resources lost from Serral to 20,000 resources lost from Clem kind of a day. Not great. I mean, yeah, Serral lost more, but not by that much. Bad times. 462 Lings and 92 Banes died, and 0 Hydralisks died today. There were only 7 of them. So, yeah, it was largely Ling, Bane, Queen. He didn't make any lurkers at all. He had some infestors, he had some vipers. Yeah. But it was Lings and Banes for the most part. Hydras and parasitic bombs were really important there. On the other side, the ghosts not as good against Hydraling Bane as if the enemy is making lurkers, right? 16 tanks died too, which is huge. If you're trying to deal with Ling Bane Hydra and you have siege tanks, it helps. If they keep dying, it's not going to work out for you. In the end, 2 planetaries dead as well. 1 force to be picked up, and a dead command center. So, yeah, that is a win on the base count death for Serral for sure. That was awesome. I mean, that was truly a fantastic display of Serral. just kind of doing Serral things. And, yeah, that's going to be it from me. So, this has been Falcon Paladin coming at ya with yet another edition of StarCraft 2 Legacy of the Void and a Patreon cast. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe. If you like what you saw and what you heard today, you can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.